And we start our service with prayer. Dear Mother, Father God, we affirm the words of New Thought author Melody Lee. Gratitude unlocks the fullness of life. It turns what we have into enough and more. It turns denial into acceptance, chaos to order, confusion to clarity. It can turn a meal into a feast, a house into a home, a stranger into a friend. And so today I choose to live with gratitude for the love that fills my heart, the peace that rests within my spirit, and the voice of hope that says all things are possible. And we bless this service as we bless every service, whether it takes place in a temple, synagogue, mosque, or church, where the abiding principle is the love, the light, the joy that is God's. And so it is. And good morning, and I'm bringing table service to you, Reverend Jenenne, because you didn't have water, so Dan went to get you. So table service right now. So we have a few announcements. The first one, of course, is please, if you haven't turned off your cell phone, could you turn it off or put it on airplane mode, silence it. And we are currently videotaping our services so our online brothers and sisters can share in this experience. If this is your first time here, we welcome you very much, and you should have received a welcome package. If you didn't, if you raise your hand, one of our ushers will get that to you. And inside that welcome package, there's a little card called our connection card. And we ask that you fill it out because it helps us shape the workshops and the events that we plan for the church. Next Sunday, November 24th, Jimmy Burns will be speaking as we conclude our exploration of our theme for the month of November, which is expressing gratitude. And our traditional Thanksgiving potluck luncheon will also take place next Sunday after service. The emphasis on that word is potluck, and if you know what potluck means, it means everybody shares in the celebration. So a sign-up sheet is on the back table, and you can also see IX. Will you raise your hand so people know who you are for more information? Our prayer partner for today is Dan Simpson, and we're very glad to have him back here. Welcome back, Dan. And he will be available after the service for anyone who would like some personal prayer. You can meet him at the Golden Thrones. Christmas decorating in the sanctuary will happen Saturday, 11/30, from 1:30 to 4:30. You can see Bob for details. Kids are also welcome. It can be a fun family event. Help turn this into Christmas land because December 1st, which is the next Sunday, kicks off our theme of awakening joy. So what a wonderful way to awaken joy, okay? For those of you who were not able to join us for Reverend Sheila's Celebration of Life, Reverend Sheila was our minister here for 22 years. That started in North Hollywood there. And it was a beautiful, beautiful service. And one of the things she provided for us was this beautiful, the light of God surrounds us. It's the prayer for protection. And they are on the back table in the basket if you would like to take one. It's really beautiful. Okay? And let's see, we invite you to join us. This is the part that everybody applauds. When we have a time of fellowship with snacks provided by generous volunteers, and today's treats are being provided by Sabrina and Tony. Okay, I'm going to ask you now if you will join me in our opening statement. And if you open your program, we kind of consider this Unity 101. And we say together, there is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, God, the good, omnipotent. And Jordan will lead us into meditation.
In this very room, there's quite enough love for all of us.
invite you to get comfortable in your chair. If you want to keep your feet flat on the floor, connected to Gaia, Mother Earth. Your hands in your lap, open to receiving. If it feels comfortable to close your eyes, we invite you to do so. And we take a breath in through our nose of God's love, light, joy, pure abundance, happiness, harmony. And as we breathe out through our nose, let's breathe out gratitude for all the blessings that we have. And we breathe in again God's love, light, joy, happiness, and peace. And we breathe out with gratitude all that we have. As we start our meditation, we remind ourselves that it is not I, but the Christ within who does the work. And today's meditation is actually going to be a two-part meditation. The first part is a blessing written by Rabbi Warren Stone. Source of all blessings, I am grateful for my life, my breath, the beating of my heart. I am grateful for beloved ones who share life with me, those in our world beside me, and those in worlds beyond my knowing. Source of all blessings, I am grateful to share life with our human family, Jewish, Christian, Muslim, Buddhist, Hindu, Sikh, Native American. May we walk gently upon our earth. I am grateful to be one with all creation. The flight of bird wings, the swirling of oceans deep, the runnings of wilderness creatures, the sway of forest greens. Source of all blessings, I am grateful. So now let us go into our second part of the meditation, which is to go deeper into our gratitude. If you're grateful for your family, dive into why. Because they fill that in. If you're grateful for a job, why? What is it? Is it your friends, your church? Why? Think to yourself, I am gratefully and wonderfully blessed because, as we go into the silence. Metaphysician John Locke wrote, if our religion is based on redemption, our chief emotions will be fear and trembling. If our religion is based on wonder, our chief emotion will be gratitude. So let us be thankful for our thankful spirit that God created in us, the spirit that blends enchantment, excitement, and wonder to life. And let us give voice to the spirit of thankfulness as we sing the Hallelujah. that roses have thorns, but I am grateful that thorns have roses. And I am so grateful that our speaker is the perfect person to deliver today's message. She's wise, she's intuitive, she's insightful, she's a mother, she's an author, she's a spiritual leader and a teacher. And we are so grateful that we can always welcome her the third Sunday of the month to speak with us. Would you please help me welcome to the platform Reverend Jenenne.
Good morning. Good morning. I greet you with love and respect. I am sorry because I'm on the tail end of bronchitis, and for whatever reason that I'm standing here, it's just ready to just roar. So I'm going to do my best to get through it without too much of that. But let me just do it for now. Wake up. Oh, this. Living from gratitude. One of my favorite subjects. So I always want to kind of elevate it because it was a journey to me to get to it, and it may have been that same way for you. And when I first heard about gratitude, I was a little kid, and someone was giving me something, and what my mother said was, say thank you. And that was how it started. And so it really kind of started as this exchange. Someone did something, and in response to what they did, I said thank you. But what if nobody did anything? Why am I saying thank you? What if nothing's happening? What if no one's giving me anything? Why am I saying thank you? So that was the way we started, and then gradually as you grew older and the beautiful words of the song, there became another word called gratitude. It's like, oh, okay, now gratitude comes from within us going out, whereas the thank you seemed to have been in response to something that was external to us happening. Gratitude was our ability to dive inside of ourselves and awaken to discover this incredible power that we have to influence our own lives and ultimately influence the world. Then after that, there came another level of nothing but pure joy, and it's called appreciation. And it was just nothing but pure love. It was just this overflowing for a recognition, maybe in a moment, that we had been blessed with something amazing that we didn't ask for, that we didn't even think about, and it just showed up in our life, and it just floods us. And that's the piece I want us to begin to recognize is gratitude floods us. We're often looking at what others do for us and saying, thank you for this and thank you for that. But what is it, I want you to understand it is what gratitude does on the inside for us and why it's so powerful in what we get to do in the world. I was sick, like I said, with the bronchitis. I've never had bronchitis before in my life. I really have never been sick. I just don't hold that consciousness so I don't get sick. So I had a birthday party, thought I celebrated. Boy, I guess I really celebrated. I ended up with 102.3 temperature for like a whole week. My godfather was sick. Luckily, Ian was able to bypass it. And then the next day I had coffee, and I'm like, okay, it's just a cough. And I have a dear friend, and I'm on the phone, and I'm coughing, and she's like, oh, you need to go to the doctor. That sounds like bronchitis. I'm like, bronchitis, whatever. Bronchitis is a cough. But I kept coughing, and I started to feel the pain in my back. And my back started hurting. And I thought, well, maybe there's something to that. Now, normally, I research everything. I'm as bad as the kids. I'll go on YouTube, I'm going to pull up Google. Somebody's going to tell me what bronchitis is. But for whatever reason, I was just too tired. By then, I was so tired, so worn out. I was like, forget it. I went to the doctor, urgent care. Sure enough, bronchitis. I cried with gratitude and appreciation for her saying to me, you need to go to the doctor. That's bronchitis. It would have never been on my screen. I have never been sick before. That triggered something in me. Even this moment, I'm still in gratitude for her saying to me, because then I talked to my godfather last night who says to me, well, you know, the next thing after bronchitis is pneumonia. I'm like, oh, no, that's not the next thing on my schedule. Bronchitis wasn't supposed to be on my schedule. So then I'm in more gratitude, and now I'm in deep appreciation for my friend. Every time I see someone, I'm like, I had bronchitis, it was a friend of mine who told me that I had it, and if they hadn't told me. But that's what gratitude and appreciation is about. It's not just, oh, thank you, Mom, because you did this, or thank you, Tiana, for recognizing that I had a cough that could have led me to pneumonia and telling me to go to the doctor. We want to become specific in our gratitude and appreciation. It's not, oh, thank you for this. Oh, thank you. What did they? You heard it. Christine already did my message. Thank you. The why. Why are you in all this gratefulness and gratitude and appreciation? What's the why? What's your why? What's your why? Because that's the piece that becomes the trigger for us. Because days hit us and they hit us hard. And when they hit, you don't feel like being bothered. You don't want to be bothered. The bills didn't come when they're supposed to. The money didn't come. Your health maybe is more than what you expected to be. Somebody's bugging you more than you needed them to. The children need this. Work is saying you have to work longer. And it's like, no, 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 no. None of that is what I want in my life right now. So then how do we move ourselves out of those moments where we can get stuck, we can get stagnant, we can get pissed off, we can be mad, and we just forget all kind of gratitude. I'm not grateful for nothing right now. I just don't like the way things are. Like with spoiled kids. But how do we move out of that is for us to begin to ask the question, why? Why are you in appreciation for what your husband did? What did he do? What did it do for you? What did it impact in your life that you can say, listen, baby, when you came home and you did this, 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 and this, and this, that was such a relief because I have been going through this, this, and this. Now you've targeted it, what it is and what it was, and you will not imagine what your heart will do, how your heart will explode, how your heart will open when you recognize what's happening for you through your expression of not just gratitude, but appreciation. So it's about us living. So I thought, okay, so how do we live from gratitude? That is our come from. That as we move through our days, things that we do, how do we live from that? So it becomes practices that we have to put in place. They're practices. One of the wonderful thing I think if we started it now, it'd be so much fun, is to get yourself a gratitude jar. And every day, you write something on there that you're in gratitude. I am in gratitude for the fact that I get to lay down on a bed that's comfortable and get a good night's sleep. And you put it in your jar. Every day. And on New Year's Eve, you pull out your jar. Can you feel it already? You pull out your jar. And you begin to look at all the things that you said. You were either grateful for, you were thankful for, or you were in deep appreciation for. You're impacted right now when we just tell me what it could be for you. And you haven't even done it. But you can feel it, right? You can feel it right there in you, what that would mean for you to have this whole jar full of all of this. This is just energy of gratitude, appreciation that you've been putting in and putting in and putting in. And then to pull it out. And then not only the gratitude, but potentially see your whole journey of your life in that one jar. You've heard it, Oprah talked about it, NPR, you've heard to have a gratitude journal. You have your gratitude journal? Why? I don't know what you're doing if you don't know why. Why? You have a gratitude journal because as you write, because I write, I have journals out to my house. I told my assistant, if something happens to me, go get my journals and burn them. Please burn them first. Before you get anything out of the house, get my journals and you journal. Because you're over here, you're upset, something didn't go the way you wanted, the world's not going the way you thought, mom didn't do this, sister didn't do that, you're over here. But when you're willing to turn away and take a piece of paper and write it down, what it is that's going on, what it is that you're thinking and what it is that you're feeling, and you put it down on paper, what it does is begin to change your focus. Because see, usually our focus is on the circumstance. Gratitude, appreciation is on the person. What people are doing, not the circumstance, it's the person. So you begin to write your gratitude toward the person, not the circumstance. Okay, your bill got paid, yeah, but what did that do? What did that trigger inside? What did that mean for your family? What was the why behind that happened for you when you sat down at the dinner table? Things can go crazy all the time. You can say, okay, we're all going to get together and you order food. We say we're going to sit down this evening. You get there like, oh no, wait, they forgot one of the food. We didn't get all our food. So now do we get upset and mad about it? Well, we have to go do this. But we all want to eat together. But we still want to have this one thing. And then someone says, I'll go get it. Someone says, I'll go get it. And then everybody's like, and it's a shift. See, we don't recognize how powerful gratitude, appreciation, and all that energy is. But there's a shift. And then that person goes to somebody else and says, oh yeah, I'll go with you too. Now it's shifted again. Instead of everybody being mad and upset about we don't have our food and this didn't go the way we wanted, now it's shifted. Just that moment. She said, I'll go. He said, I'll go with you. Now that's the power that I want you to recognize. And that's what we get to live from. And in each moment, here's the thing. You're willing to look for God in the middle of it. I have this game I play that I call I See You. And I say to God all the time, I see you. I see you showing up. Even though it doesn't look like it, I see you. I see how you shift things on the planet. I see how you can shift things in my life. I see you. How often are you looking for the very things you've been asking God to give you or to show in your life? Do you look for it? Are you open to receiving it? Are you getting so caught up in life, world, politics, whatever, that you're missing the magnificence that's right there in front of you? I see you. I see it when the squirrels come in my backyard and they eat out the fruit, and they just leave the fruit, don't clean up behind themselves. Like, I see you. These are your children. This is what they do. I just see you. Or I see it in a flower that's two-tone colors. I'm like, wow, how did those two colors get in there? The seed wasn't two-tone. Have you seen a two-tone seed? Am I missing something? The seed wasn't. So how does a rose get to be pink and white at the same time? I see you. What are you praying for? What are you asking for? What is the health, the healing, the solutions? What are you asking for? And then when you ask for it and you're in gratitude about it's coming, I know it's here, then you go about looking to see it. To recognize God in your lives answering your prayers. Because if we don't look for it, we won't see it. And we'll think it's not happening. We'll think the prayer wasn't answered. We think things are all going to hell in a handbasket, but that's not the case. Look for it. Gratitude jar. Your gratitude journal. See, the thing about gratitude is, it's not going to just come jump on you. Say, okay, you're going to be grateful. It requires that we initiate it, that we want it, that we're seeking it, that we're wanting it to flow through us, that we want to activate it within us. It's just right there within us. But we're the ones that have to activate it. We're the ones that have to be willing to say, Christy, I am so thankful for you being here and showing up in this church for years. She's been showing up in this church for years. Bringing your thoughts and ideas to hold this vision. Dan, I've been coming here for a lot of years, they've been telling me, and many years I've been here, Dan's been here. I am so grateful and thankful for his presence, his smile when you walk in that door, who hugs you, who greets you. To let him know, what is it? What is it? The music, the song, the recordings. You get back home and you're having a bad day, you can go to Unity online and there's something from some of us that says something that empowers you and encourages you. I want you to recognize what gratitude and appreciation does for you. For each of you. And see, we want to be kind of testy on our gratitude. We don't want to say thank you to people on a regular basis. Like, now let me decide if I really want to be thankful.
Yeah.
Like what? Who put us in charge of it? I decide if I'm going to say thank you for that. I say, what did they do it? Did they do it good enough? And yet we're breathing our breath. No one's tracking our breathing. No one's tracking us. No one's saying anything about that. We have breath unlimitless breathing. Unlimitless. And yet we want to be picky about being grateful for others? How do we even get there? How does that even happen? Gratitude jar. Make your decision. Make your commitment for you. You want your life to be different. You want to feel better. You want to feel full and complete in your life no matter what's happening out there in the world. You want to tighten that relationship, that bond that you have with that infinite power presence that's breathing your breath and beating your heart. I dare you to get a gratitude jar. I dare you to do this. I mean, since gratitude is about action, I came with actions for you to do. So, gratitude jar is one. The next action is simple. Sit down every day. And see, that's the competition right there. I hear Netflix already. Sit down every day. 5 things you're thankful for. But here's the thing. With each one of them, you want to hold the thought of what you're thankful for, and you want to feel the feeling inside. I don't want to sit there, I'm thankful for my home. No. You're thankful for your home. Let the home crash. Let's see how thankful you can really be. Let's see how much gratitude you can. Let's come up with the whole big thing. I am so grateful, so thankful for the space that I live in. That's my home. And then close your eyes and feel your home. Feel your home. See your home. See your room. See your kitchen. See your closets. See your cabinets filled with food. See your closets full of clothes. See all this stuff that you keep saying. How did we get all this stuff in this house? Yeah. See it and feel it and be in gratitude and appreciation for it. You're grateful for your job. And yet you complain. See, now you can't complain and be grateful at the same time. That won't work. You can't have the two energies. They thank you for being here with me and helping me sit here and understand what this man is saying to me and not get upset. Help me to know that you're right here with me in the midst of it, even though it doesn't seem like it right now. I don't know what's going on, but I'm going to trust you. Thank you, God. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for being here. Now help me see you. Because see, sometimes we can't see it. We're so caught up in our, it's not working, it's not going to work, it won't happen, it's too late, it's not coming, and we can't see the very thing right there in front of us that the answer's been given to us, as God's already said. It's there for you. Recognize it. Your jar, your journal, it's for you. This is for you. And I know you have competition. I know. I was talking to a friend the other night and they were saying they were going to look at Netflix and get caught up on such and such. They're going to look at something else and get caught up. Like, what are you getting caught up on? None of that stuff is even real. It's make-believe stories. But we'll give up our gratitude for something else that seems easier. But the benefits, what we get from gratitude, from thanksgiving, from appreciation, you don't know how powerful your life can be if you would sit just for 5 minutes and hold in gratitude the things that you love so dearly, the things that you want to see showing up in your life. Hold it, here's a good one. Hold in gratitude the things that you want to see showing up in this world. We don't have to wait for it to come. We get to stand and sit in gratitude with, I know peace is unfolding. I know that the shifts and changes that need to be happening on this planet are happening with grace and ease. I just know that, I expect that, I claim that, and now I move forward. I want to recognize it and see it. So then you're pulling gratitude and appreciation to you. And you get to live from that. And in that, we live from gratitude. We live from appreciation. We live from thanksgiving. You got it? Mm-hmm. Gratitude jar, gratitude journal, 5 minutes every day that you get to sit and hold within you the very thing that you say you're thankful for. Will I see you? I won't see you. Have a wonderful, incredible Thanksgiving. And happy Thanksgiving to each of you.
you will see a weekly affirmation that is provided by us, by our speaker, and that one comes to us this week from Reverend Jenenne. So will you say it with me together out loud? Living life from gratitude, I trust God. I know that expressing gratitude is my way of honoring God. Amen. And so it is. And so I'm going to ask Dan if he would bring forth the prayer request box. This little box sits underneath the clock. If you haven't had a chance.
I forgot to add my prayer.
You know what? Why don't you can say the name softly out loud or hold it in your heart. It's going to be, you can put it in after service, and we pray on it here for 30 days.
Okay, I need prayer because I got laid off Cartoon Network.
Okay, so we sing the affirm employment, okay?
Yeah.
All right.
And then I'm looking for a church home.
Well, welcome. You found it.
Okay, thank you.
Of course, of course. What is your name?
Leave a heart.
Okay, we put you in the box request also. Here we like to rub our hands together to get that energy going. Buddha wrote, "Let us rise up and be thankful, for if we didn't learn a lot today, at least we learned a little. And if we didn't learn a little, at least we didn't get sick. And if we got sick, at least we didn't die. So let us be thankful for the miracles afforded to us every day. Let us see these requests in wholeness, knowing that all is in divine right." And so it is. And so now we have an opportunity to share and receive. So if you will take your gift in your hand, and together we say, "Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive." From the light of God that I am, from the love of God that I am, from the power of God that I am, from the heart of God that I am, I decree, I dwell in the midst of infinite abundance. The abundance of God is my infinite source. I now open my mind to receive my good. Nothing is too good to be true. Nothing is too wonderful to have happen. With God as my source, nothing amazes me. From this day forward, I give freely and fearlessly into life, and life gives back to me with magnificent increase. Blessings come in expected and unexpected ways. God provides for me in wondrous ways. I am grateful, and let it be so. And so it is. So we're going to make our circle, and does somebody want to get the children from Kids Church? See if they want to join us?
Oh, thank you.
See what kind of a circle we have. You know we got a bunch of kids coming in.
They'll fill it in.
Yeah. Hey, Sarah.
Praise God, there's peace on earth, love, peace
simply knowing that we are the gratitude exclamation point as we move through this world. We live in gratitude, we move in gratitude, we activate gratitude, we share gratitude, and we are grateful. All in agreement simply said, and so it is.
So